Trusted news source. This is Channel 8 News Midday.
We go right to breaking news this midday. LPD is asking for your help locating a missing child. This is a 14-year-old Maylee Figueroa. Lincoln police say she was last seen around midnight on Saturday, June 20th, leaving Bryan West Hospital. She is 14 feet 11 inches tall, 95 pounds, with brown hair with red streaks and brown eyes. Police say she was last seen wearing a black shirt with blue jeans and walking barefoot. If you have any information about her whereabouts, call the number on your screen. Now to that severe weather alert that could spoil your 4th of July plans this weekend. We already have seen some lightning strikes just this morning. You can see them though in this video on our Now Local News app. One of our team members driving to Lincoln this morning from Denton. Lots of lightning here in the distance. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. I'm Andrew Ward. It's Friday, July 3rd, and all eyes are looking up at the sky and watching for potential storms. If or when those strike, it could put a wrench into some of your America 250 plans. Here's a live look at our Allen Communications cameras. Another warm, muggy, and breezy start to your day. A nice dark cloud there as well. 79 degrees out there. Hasn't changed a whole lot temperature-wise since this morning, but let's get to meteorologist Houston Hall's got a timeline for us of this severe weather today. Houston, good morning.
Good morning. Yes, we have that one system currently in southeast Nebraska, and we are starting to see the instability build up, and this system's currently just now moving out. And it's bringing a little bit of rain and showers and even some thunderstorms further down towards our south. But we will see some sunshine here for some of us, and that will build into the instability. There's a look at the state. Lots of sunshine out towards the west. Now, if you notice, I got the surface map here overlaid. If I take that off, here is where your storm development will potentially be as we go into this afternoon. Right there near Grand Island, as you can see, that's where the unstable air mass is moving, and it's kind of just like one line. So that's what keeping a track on. Here's the latest HER model. It has a few isolated storms possibly developing along that triple point where those clouds were in the instability around maybe 5 to 6 p.m. And those will have some gusty winds, some hail, and wouldn't rule out a brief tornado within that, as that's where the low-level shear and everything will be. There's 7 to 8. We could start to see some storms near Lincoln. They die down towards the southeast with some gusty winds, and then we'll get a re-amp up as we go into the overnight hours. And so that's the storm timing. It's pretty warm out there. I'll go more in depth into this forecast, main weather.
Sounds good. Thank you very much, Houston. And whenever severe weather does hit, we got you covered. The best way you can make sure you don't miss any updates is by getting on our Now Local News app. Our team of meteorologists and news staff keeping you informed on the app as the weather changes. That's where you're also able to share your videos with us, just like our citizen journalists Leroy and Steven during the last storm. But make sure you're in the safe place before taking any of these videos. And if you haven't already, go ahead and download our Now Local News app today. And Nebraska is gearing up to celebrate the country's 250th birthday. Here in Lincoln, fireworks sales are underway already this morning. Here's a look at one stand right around the corner from us at a 13th and Arapahoe. Ahead of festivities, the Lincoln-Lancaster County Health Department is issuing an air quality advisory due to high levels of smoke from fireworks. That advisory runs tonight through Sunday morning. Mother Nature may have other plans in store for the Uncle Sam Jam today.
I'll make sure everybody is safe during this show.
Yeah, with hot temperatures and the threat of severe weather, organizers say they've spent months preparing for every scenario. Then organizers say they're ready to adjust if conditions change. They plan to send out updates at noon and 4:30 today, so just about an hour here. And if any changes that need to be made for tonight's schedule. Channel 8's Daniel Da Silva explains what you should know before you're heading out to Haymarket Park.
The general manager of the Salt Dog, Shane Tritz, is helping with keeping things running smoothly for the Uncle Sam Jam. He's been in the baseball biz for 25 years. He says during big events, keeping stadium guests safe is always a top priority.
I'll make sure everybody is safe during this show. So love the events. The events are all about the fans. The events are about putting on a show where fans have a good time and enjoy it. And it's something that we're looking forward to year 2 here at Haymarket Park with Uncle Sam Jam being here.
But with temps anticipated to reach 96 degrees for Friday's event, and the potential for golf ball-sized hail, too. Tritz says it's imperative that their plan is rock solid.
We'll know this be prior to gates opening, that plan. We're going to be meeting with the City of Lincoln in conjunction with myself. We'll be meeting tomorrow at 11 o'clock, and we have a meeting at 3:30 tomorrow just to be able to update everybody with what the plans are for it.
The city has already changed the start time from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. to help accommodate the high heat conditions. And Tritz says once everyone arrives, they will make sure the front gates remain wide open in case the elements hit and the need to get home comes up. If the situation calls for a shelter in place, first step is
alert everybody, communicate to ensure we get people to safety. Obviously, everything will be relayed over the sound system. We also have a 30-foot by 60-foot video board that we can have messaging on that.
After that,
we put them in a protective area underneath the concourse, the public restrooms, areas that are protected from the weather. Well, the biggest thing is anybody inside the sitting bowl here, we want to get them underneath this covered concourse area.
The City of Lincoln's social pages will have all updates regarding Uncle Sam Jam and will continue to post need-to-know info during the celebration, too. Tritz also mentioned that law enforcement and the fire department is also readying themselves to keep people safe, too. They've been to all of their planning meetings. As for the best-case scenario,
fireworks shows, live band, balloons, face painters. So no, definitely going to be an exciting event here at Haymarket Park.
Danielle Da Silva for Channel 8 News.
Thank you very much, Danielle. LPD letting folks know they are prepared for all Uncle Sam Jam's festivities today. Here are some photos of officers at Haymarket Park. They say they will be on hand to direct traffic, handle security, and set up a booth where they'll be selling America 250 patches. Out in Seward, calling these weekend plans a celebration feels like an understatement. Take a look at this packed schedule of America 250 events starting today. Already, the Nebraska National Guard Museum opening up already. We gave you a sneak peek of that yesterday. Now the festivities run through Sunday with the Seward County Historical Society Museum opening up. And we want to see how you are celebrating this Independence Day, whether that's with friends, family or the community. Here are some photos and videos our citizen journalists have shared over the years. Download our Now Local News app, share your fireworks, festivities, barbecues, and any other 4th of July fun you might have going on. ABC also marking America's 250th birthday with a star-studded special from Nashville. It starts tonight at 9 o'clock and goes through the 4th of July. Ryan Seacrest is hosting with performances from Reba McEntire, Tim McGraw, Boyz II Men, and more, followed by one of the country's largest fireworks and drone shows. That's right here at Channel 8. Developing now, firefighters are making steady progress on the Log Road fire in northwest Nebraska. Yeah, that fire near Harrison is now at 21% containment. After burning more than 1,500 acres, there are no evacuations in place and no structures have been lost. Firefighters are strengthening containment lines and putting out hotspots. The Nebraska National Guard also helping with water drops and dozens of soldiers and airmen. Hot Meals USA now reminding people that volunteers are still needed to help out those firefighters, even with the holiday weekend. They are asking people to come out and show support because firefighters do not get the day off from this wildfire. We have a link to sign up at klkntv.com. A bomb threat at Nebraska Evangelical Lutheran High School in Waco is being investigated as a swatting hoax. Authorities say the call was made using an AI-generated voice. York County deputies searched the campus after the caller claimed explosive devices had been planted inside and outside of the school, but no threat was found. Happening today, the Taylor Swift-Travis Kelce wedding celebration already underway in New York. Here's a live look at Madison Square Garden this morning, where we're expecting this couple to tie the knot today, from the sniper team offering security to final preparations for tonight's big party. ABC's Cristiano Cordero is in New York with what it means for fans to see this duo reach new heights.
Today, Miss Americana celebrates becoming Mrs. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are expected to host hundreds of their closest friends, swapping the rose garden of last year's engagement for Madison Square, lit up in its lover-era pink. Barricades are up with security tight around the Manhattan Arena. Tarps near the likely entrance can shield the couple and star-studded guest listers from the public. Still, some Swifties are braving New York's cruel summer heat just to catch a glimpse.
I think it's our version of a royal wedding. I mean, in my brain, it's royalty, that's for sure.
Among the celebrities spotted in the area ahead of the event, Taylor's close friends and collaborators Ed Sheeran and Sabrina Carpenter. And as the couple looks forward to their new era, they're also giving back, donating $26 million to 20 hand-picked charities nationwide. Nonprofit After School All-Stars creates summer programs for underserved youth. Its CEO calls this latest gift transformative.
When I got on the phone and I heard the magnitude of the gift and the love and generosity by which it was extended, I started crying.
This is truly a hidden in plain sight kind of event. No major clues yet on how the arena will transform into a wedding or reception venue, who all will be in attendance, what they'll wear. Sources tell ABC News there is a strict no phone policy for everyone inside. Christiane Cordero, ABC News, New York.
Stay with us, everyone. Independence Day deal, the State Fair discounts available today, and why they're saying you don't want to miss out. $50. This patriotic 72-hour flash sale lasts through Sunday. The season pass gives you admission for all 11 days of the 2026 Nebraska State Fair with one scan per day. They say after the holiday weekend, there will still be different discounts available. This is the best deal they'll have by far. And with the heat impacting 4th of July festivities, it could impact the record holiday travel over the weekend. ABC's Gio Benitez has the latest.
Hey there, it is good to see you, but take a look at this. It is a very busy already here at the airport, and it will be busy all across this country. We're talking about more than 51,000 flights. That's 7,000 more flights than an average day, so keep that in mind. Now, these America 250 celebrations, they're going to be big, and they will impact travel. So take a look at this, because military flyovers will cause the intermittent closure of airspace from Washington to Boston. In fact, Reagan National Airport outside D.C. will be closed all day tomorrow on the 4th. Several airlines, including Delta, JetBlue, United, American, they've issued travel waivers allowing passengers to change their flights without additional fees. The heat will also cause disruptions. Delta is issuing a heat travel alert for passengers flying through LaGuardia. If you are riding the rails, Amtrak is reporting several cancellations. Some trains are operating at reduced speeds because of that heat. Most travelers, though, they will be driving. They will be driving over the holiday, and roads, they will be packed. The worst time to drive today is between noon and 7 p.m., so head out before 11 this morning morning to avoid that traffic. As far as gas, we've been talking about this. The national average actually stands at $3.83 a gallon. That is good news because it's down 46 cents from a month ago, but it's the highest since 2022. But however you travel, please promise me you will be safe. Back to you.
You're starting to see a little bit of sunshine, and the models are taking this quite well. I think we could see some storms here in the next 6 hours. I'll show you when and where in a few.
ABC Sam Champion reports.
This morning, more than 180 million Americans are on alert as our life-threatening heat dome is expected to last through the holiday weekend.
It is sweltering out here.
Thursday, New York City seeing its first 100-degree day in nearly 14 years. The heat index making it feel like a scorching 106 degrees.
This is a different humidity. So yeah, we're hot. Yes.
The conditions putting strain on the power grid. Outages reported as Con Edison reduced the voltage to keep up with demand. Governor Hochul asking residents to conserve electricity. Washington, D.C. temperatures also reaching triple digits. The U.S. Capitol Police canceling the public viewing rehearsals for a Capitol 4th concert. The show now in jeopardy due to the heat. In Pennsylvania, more than 100 people were treated after being overcome by the heat at this historic train show. Across America, ER visits spiking. The CDC reporting a 36 times increase in heat-related illness reports in the Midwest this week.
When they're outside, they forget to drink water, take electrolytes, stuff like that. They think because I'm not thirsty, hey, I'm okay. But that's far from the course.
And careful at outdoor events. The Phillies taking extra steps to keep fans cool, distributing bottled water and setting up misting stations.
Had I known the forecast when we bought the tickets, I probably would not be here, but we're going to just sweat and have a great time.
Now, for your Storm Alert Team forecast with meteorologist Houston Hall.
All righty, we got a little bit of an upgrade here. You can see Beatrice has been added to the damaging wind threat as we go into this evening. It was just here, but then they shifted it down towards the southeast. So confidence is increasing that storms are likely to shift towards the southeast. Lincoln and Omaha are in the middle of this risk. The tornado potential, look what they did. It's kind of a weird looking shape, but could see a little brief rotation, maybe a brief tornado threat from about I-80 and north. I would say as the storms develop, they will take a path just like that south of Columbus. Large hail up to golf ball, still the same risk from this morning. Taking a look at radar and instability, you can see we got some high to extreme instability right here. But now notice this is going to be pushing up towards the west. And that is going to be where our storms will develop right here as we go into this evening. We are looking at maybe a little bit of early storm development. We're talking about maybe 4:30, 5:30 p.m. As you can see, this whole system is finally making its way towards the east. We're starting to see some sunshine here, and that is going to be just one little factor. So you can see Grand Island, they'll be the first ones to see a little bit of sunshine in the next about 15, 20 minutes. But the rainstorms is all further down towards our south. There's the high pressure. Now this little low pressure system is going to move towards the west, and that's going to be where the middle of everything will meet, and that's where things will develop. All right, so there's noon. You can see the cloud cover not doing really much. There's the first storm as we go into about, this model is showing about 3 to 4 p.m. We could see maybe an isolated storm. We will have plenty of instability in the atmosphere, and the cap, doesn't really look like much from the SKU-T. So that storm will try to give us a few isolated cells. Now, if these storms are like this, as we see, we could have one storm here, one storm there, and one storm there. We do have to watch for that, as all of our lifting mechanisms will be right here along I-80, and that's just going to feed in to those storms, maybe a little brief rotation with those few first storms that develop. And then they all move down towards the east-southeast along in southeast of I-80 Lincoln. We could definitely see some storms pretty early. I would say 6:30 to 8 p.m. we could start to see maybe a little bit of hail in the area, some damaging winds. As you can see, it just kind of pushes down towards the south, even some hail within all of that right there. And then as we go into about the 10 p.m. show, still storms down there, some heavy rainfall, lightning and hail. And then it pushes up, we get another round as we go into about 1 to 3 a.m. And then it should be on out by early Saturday morning. Honda of Lincoln can't flag right now. It's a little breezy out there, but there's the sunshine. That's going to just add to our fuel as we go into the next few hours. Upper 70s and dew points right there at 70 degrees. So we got the upper 70s here, the lower 70s out there for the rest of the state, really, and then 82 Nebraska City. Forgot to take that little boundary out there, but dew points, you can kind of see where it's 70 in York right now, 65 for a dew point in York and Aurora. And then there's the gusty winds right there towards Grand Island. That's expected where the storms will develop later today. Another look at radar. There's our little thin band of sunshine starting to peek on through. Any rain, shower, and thunderstorm activity moving in to parts of northwest Missouri. Lots of sunshine out towards the west. Precipitation chances 5 p.m. all the way through about 2 a.m. looks to be our best chance for here in Lincoln. So I know there's a lot of plans going on this evening, and I know they're about to make some decisions. I would say our peak storm timing here in Lincoln would look to be about 6:30 all the way through about midnight. All right, temperature-wise, in the lower 90s, it is going to be hot as that sun starts to peek through, and it's going to be humid as the dew points will be in the 60s and 70s, and so we're going to feel like temperatures maybe even near the triple digits. All right, Saturday we got a small chance, mainly just southwest of I-80, and then next week, upper 80s, lower 90s, one storm chance.
All right, sounds good. Thank you very much, Houston. Still to come, the over-the-top charges for that daredevil couple and why their lawyers believe their punishment for climbing the Empire State Building shouldn't be severe. building. Their lawyer now speaking out, saying the charges against them are over the top. Here's ABC's Hannah Patah.
This morning, the daredevil couple who scaled the Empire State Building for a proposal is out on supervised release, facing felony charges.
They did not hurt anyone, okay? They were not violent characters whatsoever. And in fact, I mean, if you look at their message, it was the message of love.
33-year-old Angelina Nicolau and 32-year-old Ivan Kunetsov, the so-called Russian roof-toppers featured in a Netflix documentary, who now live in New Jersey, were in court yesterday charged with reckless endangerment, criminal mischief, and disorderly conduct.
Why is the power of love message important
Yes,
now?
we'll answer later. Right now we're not ready. Just need to relax. Safe for sure. Is that exhausting?
Sources say the couple bought tickets and slipped into the building a day earlier, spending the night. Then at 5 a.m. Wednesday, a security camera caught them going through a hatch on the 102nd floor, and prosecutors say a lock on a security door on the 104th was broken, clearing their path to the antenna nearly 1,500 feet up. No ropes, no harnesses, unfurling a banner about love and peace, and then that proposal as millions watched.
This guy is getting down on a knee, perhaps proposing to this individual.
Court documents say the antenna emits radio signals powerful enough to harm the human body. Police were forced to wait half an hour for the antenna to be powered down.
You can't be up here.
Before bringing the couple down to arrest them.
Overcharging them is not the right way to act.
Hannah Patah, ABC News, New York.
Coming up after the break, betting on the ballot. What Nebraska law this casino is trying to change and why some in the gambling world are raising concerns.
Trusted news source. This is Channel 8 News Midday.
Welcome back, everyone. If you're just joining us, we are tracking a severe weather alert for tonight. This morning, though, no storms in sight, at least early on this morning. A nice muggy start, though, to get on your bike up the Jamaica North Trail. Citizen journalist Brian sharing this video on our Navajo News app says he's already packed, with many of you having the day off for the holiday. A little closer to home, though, here, ABC Seamless camera, a little bit of clouds out there right now, some sunshine as well. That may fuel some storms later on, but let's get an updated timeline here with meteorologist Houston. All things are picking up here a little bit, Houston.
That's right. We're starting to see some sunshine, and the instability is moving to where it needs to be, and that's going to give us some storm initiation. I mean, shoot, as early as about maybe 4:30 to 5:30 out towards the Tri-Cities area, Grand Island. There's going to be a sharp line on where these storms form. Beatrice right now looks very quiet, looks a little cloudy, but you can see some blue skies in there. Let's look at satellite and radar. There's a little bit of sunshine moving into southwest Lancaster County. Now notice Grand Island, they're starting to see more sunshine, and that's going to be where our storms will develop. Taking a closer look at our instability, there's that line pushing out towards the west of that unstable air mass, and then some light showers starting to die on out into parts of northwest Missouri. There's our system, currently giving us 3 boundaries across southeast Nebraska. There's the storm timing. A few isolated storms will develop near 4 to 5:30 p.m. out towards Grand Island. That's where the storms will initiate. Now there's a very, very accurate signal on, okay, that's where storms will form. They move off towards the east along and north of I-80. Lincoln could definitely see some storms in gusty winds, 6 to 7 p.m. Even a little bit of hail as that all moves down towards the southeast with some damaging winds and hail all through about the 10 o'clock show, and then another round as we go into the overnight hours. I'll show you the whole forecast in depth in just a few.
All right, sounds good. Many Americans are feeling concerned ahead of the country's 250th birthday. A Wallet Hub survey finding that 77% of Americans say rising costs are threatening their independence. This comes at a time when inflation and other economic difficulties are forcing people to rein in their spending. It's not just rising costs on an individual level that are raising concerns for some Americans. 76% of Americans are saying our independence is threatened by rising federal debt. That survey also finding that nearly 9 in 10 Americans think the founding fathers would be appalled by how much debt the government is in. Meanwhile, that survey also found that 3 in 5 Americans say high gas prices are impacting their 4th of July plans. That doesn't come as too much of a shock considering gas prices heading into the July 4th weekend are at their highest since 2022. Here's a look at the gas station here in Lincoln yesterday where prices were at $3.59 a gallon. This morning, AAA putting the national average at $3.82 a gallon, and here in Nebraska, the average is a bit cheaper at $3.57. And the heat is impacting 4th of July celebrations around the country, including in our nation's capital. ABC's Karen Hua has the latest from the Great American State Fair.
If there's anything Americans can agree on from sea to shining sea, it's that America's 250th birthday deserves all the pomp and circumstance. Plans for a nationwide celebration have been in the works for more than a decade. Leading up to this weekend, there have been a series of commemorations across the country, including a time capsule burial.
I pledge to give America the most spectacular birthday party the world has ever seen.
President Trump also setting up what he calls the Great American State Fair on the National Mall, featuring a Ferris wheel and state exhibits. Security is tight here in Washington, including from the air. The FBI deploying anti-drone technology. And for the first time ever, a 3-mile swath of the Potomac River shut down to private boats all day.
So we've surged over 1,000 additional people, in addition to our regular Coast Guard forces, 79 boats to 13 cities to make sure we are prepared for any contingency.
Part of the reason for that shutdown is security, but also for what's billed as the largest fireworks show ever. The display will blast off Saturday night from these huge barges in the Potomac River. But it all starts tonight. The Disney Celebrates America event will broadcast for 24 hours, with celebrations from Philadelphia to New Orleans to Alaska. David Muir kicks things off, reporting from inside the Statue of Liberty. And tonight, there's a fireworks show set to happen at Mount Rushmore, which the president will attend. Karen Hua, ABC News, Washington.
ABC also marking America's 250th birthday with a star-studded special from Nashville. It starts tonight at 9 and goes through the 4th. Ryan Seacrest hosts with performances from Reba McEntire, Tim McGraw, Boyz II Men, and more, followed by one of the country's largest fireworks and drone shows right here on Channel 8. Right now, Nebraska could become the next state to legalize online sports betting. Boxes of petitions to possibly allow that to happen were turned into the state officials on Thursday, with hopes of getting the issue on the November ballots. The group behind this, Tax Relief Nebraska, has 2 goals: legalize and tax online sports betting, something they say will help lower property taxes like casino money. Jake Coleman with reaction from both sides of the argument.
To keep more of our tax money in Nebraska.
The latest push for mobilized sports gambling is taking one step further. Tax Relief Nebraska
A group coming together and gathering a petition and earning enough signatures to land this petition on the Nebraska 2026 ballot. They got just over 200,000 signatures. All they needed was 126,000. They also got enough signatures to possibly set up a system to collect taxes from those bets made. Lynn McNally, the director of government relations at Warhorse Casino and one of the backers in this petition, says this is needed for two reasons: keeping the tax revenue in Nebraska and capitalizing on what's already being done.
The simple fact is most Nebraskans who want to do sports betting on their phone do it already right now. They just don't pay the taxes or do it legally. Or they go over to the first exit available on the Iowa side, pull their car up, place their bet on their app, and drive back to Nebraska.
However, not everyone agrees with this petition, including Pat Lunger, the executive director of Gambling with the Good Life, who says, quote, "This is a sad day in Nebraska," and has concerns with young people becoming addicted.
Well, because it's the most addictive form of gambling, and especially for young men. And so if you can have a college student that plays on his phone and gambles, they can lose their scholarship. They can lose their whole future. And for what?
The Nebraska Family Alliance, also standing against it, stated in part, quote, "The online sports betting initiative had to rely on millions of dollars from out-of-state gambling companies and false promises of tax relief to qualify for the ballot. This is no surprise." Nebraska is one of just 20 states to have yet to legalize online sports wagering, and McNally says this would be significant. Also adding that Nebraska needs to have a firm grasp on where their tax dollars are going and to acclimate to the, quote, "wave of the future."
When it comes down to it, I think it's a pretty simple measure. I think it's something that everybody wants. They understand that doing things on your phone is the wave of the future, and I think it just makes sense to retain that revenue in the state.
Reported in Lincoln, Jay Coleman, Channel 8 News.
Coming up, removing restrictions, a new court ruling in Nebraska removing bans on the purchase of certain items using the benefits. A federal court ruling is changing what SNAP recipients can buy in Nebraska. The state says restrictions on some drinks will soon be lifted. DHHS says it's now working with SNAP retailers to remove restrictions on the purchase of soda and energy drinks. That change comes after a federal judge vacated the USDA's approval of Nebraska's food restriction waiver. State officials say many retailers will need time to update their systems before the restrictions are fully lifted. Well, Brand Keys released its 25th annual Most Patriotic Brands survey. It found that brands perceived as authentically reflecting American values are seeing stronger consumer loyalty and purchasing. Jane King reports.
The Brand Keys annual study highlights how patriotism continues to shape purchasing decisions across retail, including food and beverage, apparel, automotive, media, and mass retail. Brand Keys president Robert Pesikoff says as we celebrate the 250th anniversary of the United States, authentic patriotism is more important than ever. He says when a brand truly embodies patriotism, it goes beyond marketing as usual and holiday sales. It taps into a deep well of shared history, pride, and purpose, driving stronger loyalty, consumer engagement, and better behavior in the marketplace. Now for 2026, Jeep ranked as the most patriotic brand in America again. A major reason that Jeep continues dominating these surveys is its historical connection to World War II. The original military Jeep became one of the most recognizable vehicles of the war era, and many of the design cues from these early machines still remain visible in modern models like the Jeep Wrangler. Jeep was followed by Coca-Cola, Ford, Levi Strauss, and Disney. And rounding out the top 10 were Amazon, Walmart, Hershey's, Ralph Lauren, and WeatherTech. Brand Keys said its proprietary loyalty and engagement analytics have shown strong correlations with sales growth, profitability, and foot traffic. While the survey focuses on commercial brands, Brand Keys noted that the U.S. Armed Services continue to rank highly among Americans as symbols of patriotism. The brands that score best, Robert Pesikoff says, believably embody what America aspires to be: innovative, resilient, and united. And the survey shows when brands get patriotism right, consumers don't just stand up and salute, but they go out and buy. From the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Jane King.
Now, for your Storm Alert Team forecast with meteorologist Houston Hall.
Some of us are seeing some sunshine finally, and you can see the system's currently just pushing off towards the east. There's a little bit of sunshine southwest Lancaster County, and we all know sunshine equals what? Instability for the atmosphere. Let's check it out. You can see some high to extreme instability down here where the showers and thunderstorms are, but the area to watch is going to be this spot out here towards Grand Island. You can see the instability kind of just pushing its way out there where the sunshine is. Well, we're going to have a couple of hours of that before about 4 to 5 p.m. where we are expecting some storm development. You can see it push off towards the west. We're going to have a little surface boundary this low. We'll move right over here. Storms will form right on that triple point where that cloud cover, all the moist air and the unstable air, that's exactly where it's going to meet. As we go into about 4 to 5 p.m., we could start to see a storm try to form. And now there's going to be lots of instability in the cap. There's not going to be much of that in place, if you can believe it. That's right, since this cloud cover is actually going to help that. Since it's not going to be a whole sunny day, yes, it is going to be hot. We'll have the moisture. But whole story is maybe 4 to 5 p.m. our first storm will develop just right there near Hastings, Grand Island. It's going to start to form even some more. Now, if these isolated storms that we see here are 1, 2, 3, and they move towards the east, there is going to be a lifting mechanism right here along I-80, which will go like this, which could give us a little bit of a brief rotation within one of those storms right there, as that is where the tornado potential kind of drops off on the SPC outlook. All right, so that's 4 to 5, going into about 6 to 8 p.m. Lincoln, we could be seeing some gusty winds, a little bit of hail in the area, about from Grand Island right here down towards our south as it goes, just near Lancaster County, if not in Lancaster County, by about 7 to 8 p.m. That's going to be some wind right there. You can kind of see it bowing out right there. And then also right here through Omaha, that could be some 75 to 85 mile per hour wind gusts. And then on the backside of this, some more, a little hail maker and some winds. Now notice, it all just pushes down towards the southeast. You can see a little bit of a C and a bow echo right there. Wind threat right there. Even hail on the south side of that, maybe a little brief rotation, but that is going to be about 8 to 9 p.m. Lincoln still right there along I-80 and south. They will see the greatest threat for all hazards, especially damaging winds and hail. Look at these clusters of storms down here in our southern counties as we go into about 10 to 11 p.m. And then we're going to have another round of convection right here. And that is going to be forming into the overnight hours. That's going to be a little bit of hail and some gusty winds stretching from about here, Norfolk, down towards the Tri-Cities, where those storms first developed, as that's going to be the whole boundary. So it looks like southeast Nebraska is going to be the prime spot for severe weather. There's a whole different system out towards the west, and that's where there's different severe weather parameters. All right, so there's Saturday morning. Storms move on out by about 4 a.m. Maybe a few more showers and thunderstorms riding along our southern counties. But then we should see some sunshine before another chance of some showers and thunderstorms develops. That's going to be Saturday night. Any firework plans? I really think it's going to be okay, as this is what the severe weather outlook looks like. Southwest Nebraska, storms will die out, most likely just some wind as it moves further east. Right now, Bear Cam, a little bit of clouds out there, but the sun will start to peak at 79 degrees. There's some sunshine, it's just a dirty sunshine. ABC Seamless Cam, 74 Grand Island, 76 Holdridge. We are a little bit hotter down here, but upper 70s, which that's good for our temperatures and dew points. Can't let those get too far from each other. 72 for dew point in York, 63 out towards Aurora. There's a little boundary starting to set up in the winds. You can see 14 miles per hour right there in Grand Island. So we should start to see some storm development here in the next about 5 hours, right there near the Tri-Cities, and then off along I-80 down towards our southeast. Precipitation chances here in Lincoln, I would say our best chance in the early evening hours, about 6 to 9 p.m. and then again to the overnight. As you can see, it sort of drops off, but I wouldn't doubt it. Lower 90s for the rest of today, and then the dew points very moist, hot and moist. It should feel like the upper 90s today. As we go into your Saturday, it looks just fine, and then next week, upper 80s, lower 90s with a periodic rain chance.
Thank you very much, Houston. Still to come. Here we go again. Which popular musicals you can see soon at the Lead Center? A live interview with the Performing Arts Center is next. We're at the Lead this month and beyond. Matthew, thank you for stopping by today.
Yeah, of course.
All right, so first things first, here we got a good deal for the upcoming season, correct?
Yeah, so we're on sale with season tickets, and a lot of people think, do I have to go to 20 events or 30 events to get season tickets? You get a pick. So you get to pick any 5 shows. You could pick a Broadway show, pick a date night, pick something to bring the kids, and you can get, different amount of tickets. So if it is just a date night, get a pair of seats right up front. Get a 4-pack, get some half-price kids tickets, plan a night out with your family. And so that's what's great about our season tickets, is you can pick and choose to kind of make your own season with any 5 shows.
And it's a great season so far. I mean, Hamilton right here, they're coming up next April, right? We were just talking about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the biggest shows, continues to be one of the biggest shows, both on Broadway and on tour around the world. And it's the way to get the best seats. That's one of the most frequent questions I get in my 15 years at the Lead is, how do I get the best seats?
Yeah.
You pick 5 shows and you can buy them now, over a month ahead of the general public. So it's a great time to do it.
Perfect. Also, Christmas in July this year. Some shows coming up for the holiday season already.
Yep, absolutely. So mark your calendars. Next Thursday, July 9th, we'll put our Christmas shows as well as Mamma Mia on sale. We have some great Christmas programming. There's a big Cirque Christmas spectacular that we're bringing for the first time, as well as the Swingles, which is a Grammy-winning a cappella ensemble. We'll be doing all your favorite holiday carols. It's going to be a great holiday season at the Lead.
I feel like the Lead is always a lot of fun during the holiday season.
Yeah, it seems crazy to be here in July, but we decided to kind of write our favorite jingle, and go with the Christmas in July sale.
And then Mamma Mia, always a fun one for people to go to.
Yeah, Mamma Mia, it's been, believe it or not, almost 10 years since we've had Mamma Mia here in Lincoln, and it returns for a full week in December. And it just ran on Broadway. So this tour just returned to Broadway, did about a 6-month run. One of the largest theaters in New York, and now they're back on tour. We're so thrilled to have them here at the Lead Center coming up in December.
Already awesome. And where can you find all this information, Matthew, to find all these great options for performances and tickets and everything?
Yeah, everything's on sale at leadcenter.org. There's videos of all the shows. Otherwise, feel free to give our ticket office a call next week after the holiday weekend, and they'll help you find the perfect seats too. We know sometimes when you're picking seats for the year, just pick up the phone and call them. They'll help you out.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure when you're trying to figure it out. But
exactly.
Yeah, excellent. All right, thank you very much, Matthew. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back. Everyone, stay with us.
Plush carpet.
To serve what is arguably the most classic American food. Yes, we're talking about hot dogs. The American staple still reigns supreme, but like so many aspects of America, it all depends on where you call home. Here's ABC's Sophie Flay.
Oh my God, you look like the 4th of July. It makes me want a hot dog real bad.
The hot dog is a 4th of July staple. Also at the center of the debate, is a hot dog a sandwich?
I mean, we do consider a hot dog a sandwich.
True. Hot take. Hot take.
know.
This husband and wife duo from Asheville, North Carolina are no stranger to the sandwich. Maddie and JD have spent the last 2 years on a mission. Learn about America by recreating signature sandwiches from every state and posting their delicious research on TikTok. Like the South Carolina bird dog. Swap out the dog for a chicken tender.
We put mayo and cheese on a bun, got the cheese a little melty in the oven, and then put on a crispy piece of bacon and topped with honey mustard.
The Sonora-style hot dog, popular in Arizona. Think a bacon-wrapped dog, pinto beans, onions, jalapenos, cilantro with mayo and mustard. Or the Seattle hot dog, which is slathered in cream cheese.
These came to be in the 1980s when a bagel vendor late at night wanted to make some money and boom, slapped on cream cheese and a dog.
And if you're talking Chicago-style dogs, don't forget the poppy seed bun, the green sweet relish, hot sport peppers, and as this person pointed out, no ketchup ever.
I'm upset with myself that this is my first time having one.
Keyboard warriors are not afraid to call out Maddie and JD when the recipe doesn't seem perfect. But they're open to the feedback and say that just shows hometown pride and how much nostalgia there is in a sandwich.
There's memories tied to it. That's also why people get so passionate too. You're used to having it a certain way and you're used to having certain ingredients.
Sophie Flay, ABC News, New York.
Speaking of hot dogs, the Nathan's Famous International Hot Dog Eating Contest returns tomorrow in New York. Joey Chestnut, the 17-time winner of the annual competition, will compete to defend his title while on probation. Chestnut pleaded guilty to 2 counts of battery in April. He slapped a man in an Indiana bar in March, allegedly. According to court documents, a judge granted Chestnut permission to travel outside the state for the hot dog eating competition. He's looking to take home his 18th title and keep the signature mustard belt. When we come back, we have a final check of this very critical forecast for later on tonight. Houston Hall is next.
Bringing you the most comprehensive local coverage dedicated to serving our community and bringing Lincoln nothing but the best. When you need local trustworthy news, the answer is simple. KLKN, bringing you Nebraska now.
It's replacement window season. You have ugly, hard to open, drafty windows? Now is the best time to buy new Champion windows. Because when you buy 2, you get 2 free. Buy 2 Champion windows, get 2 free? I guess that means if you buy 4, you get 4 free. Buy 6, get 6 free. Buy 10, get 10 free.
Hurry, Champion's Buy 2 Get 2 free sale ends soon.
Great job, everybody. Thanks.
Call 888-4CHAMPION or schedule your free in-home estimate online today.
It's a big deal. 50 years means huge savings on mattresses. Doorbuster, Plush Queen, $399. Save up to $1,000 on Beauty Rest Black or up to $700 on Serta. Save big now during our 50th celebration at Lincoln Mattress and Furniture.
To everyone who finds joy in a great meal, we'd love to see you at Culver's.
What makes us happy is making you happy.
Our menu is handcrafted to have something for everyone.
Everyone.
My favorite, the Butter Burger Deluxe.
Definitely cheese curds. Chocolate frozen custard.
From the juiciest bites to the sweetest scoops.
We'll make all your favorites fresh.
Fresh.
Fresh, just for you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Yeah.
At the Home Depot, turn someday into today. Want a fridge? Pay $100 a month. Need a range? $100 a month. Dreaming of a full kitchen? Yep, $100 a month. See homedepot.com/credit for project loan options.
Planning an event? La Paz Mexican in Lincoln has you covered. Our catering brings fresh, crowd-pleasing favorites right to you, and we handle the setup. Just give us a call or email today.
Alrighty, Houston, final check of the forecast.
Sure thing, yeah. I mean, off towards our southeast, we got some storms firing on up due to an outflow. We got a little bit of blimps showing up, but look at that, off towards parts of Kansas City. That's what an outflow boundary can do. As we take a look at the instability, it's starting to build on up. Let's take a look at what the next few hours could look like. Could see some isolated thunderstorms, strong to severe, develop out towards the Tri-Cities, move their way towards the east along and north by 80. I think Lincoln, that might be a good chance for some gusty winds, maybe a little bit of hail around the area. Dives down towards the southeast, carrying some gusty winds and hail all the way through about 8, 9 p.m. And then we'll get another round of convection as we go into the overnight hours. And that's going to carry some gusty winds and a little bit of hail. Should be on out of here by about 4 a.m. So stay tuned. Rusty and I will be you up to date.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let us know. Keep us updated there, Houston. Thank you very much for joining us, everyone. GMA 3 is coming up next. We have a great start to your holiday weekend.
Tired of dealing with clogged drains or leaks in your home? Introducing New Flow Nebraska, a game changer in plumbing repairs. Our trenchless pipe lining system is fast and reliable, using existing plumbing access points for an affordable, non-invasive fix. Preserve your property integrity. No dig pipe repair means no more disruptive excavations. Our innovative technology is clean, green, and built to last up to 50 years. Start with our $99 camera inspection to assess your home today.
Bring the outdoors in with a custom sunroom.
More light, more space, and year-round comfort. Perfect for relaxing or entertaining. Designed for your home and built for every season. Call ABC Seamless of Nebraska today and let the sun shine.
Does your dog need a new toy to hug, tug, and fetch? A puzzle to challenge his mind? A licky mat to keep him busy? Or maybe just a healthy, nutritious treat? Stop by Arnie's for a huge selection of treats, chews, and safe, durable pet toys. Arnie's, caring for your pets.
Stay ahead of the storm with Rusty Dawkins at 4:30, 5, 6, and 10.
It's time for GMA 3, Summer Scorcher. Life-threatening heat this holiday weekend, with temperatures topping triple digits, causing a surge in medical emergencies. Plus, how the extreme heat wave could impact holiday travel, with a record number of Americans on the move. Enchanted weekend, as Taylor and Travis gear up to say I do. Which dress will Taylor say yes to, making her wildest dreams come true? And we're working overtime.
Red hot emotion, put fireworks in motion. It looks like the 4th of July.
In the heart of the Smoky Mountains for Dolly Parton Pop News, it's time for GMA 3.
Hello, I'm Dr. Tara Narula. Oh, we love when we start the day with Dolly Parton. I'm Rhiannon Alley here with Morgan Norbert as well, and we are so glad all of you could join us on this Friday. We are counting down this morning to our 24-hour live event.
It is truly going to be a party. Our Disney Celebrates America live 24-hour event airs right here on ABC and streams on Disney Plus, Hulu, and the ESPN app starting tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern with a Statue of Liberty like you have never seen her before. What a beauty.
Oh, such a beauty. And we're capping off 50 states in 50 weeks with the last 2 states to join our country, the cold beauty of Alaska and the surf and sun of Hawaii.
Yes, but we have to begin with that brutal heat affecting tens of millions to start the holiday weekend. Most of the eastern half of the country is already baking this afternoon under life-threatening temperatures, which could put a damper on celebrations. And Danielle Breezy, chief meteorologist from our Nashville affiliate WKRN, joins us now with just how hot it is out there. Hey, good afternoon, Danielle.
Good afternoon, and yes, unfortunately, the heat dome is really building in the eastern half of the country, and I want to begin with this. This is video from Muhlenberg Township in Pennsylvania and also D.C. You see people grabbing water in D.C. Now, in Muhlenberg Township, more than 100 people were treated with heat-related illnesses at a train event. Now, the Salute to Independence Parade in Philly is actually canceled for today due to the heat. So that is just how serious this heat is. We got extreme heat warnings. That's in effect up and down the I-95 corridor from D.C., Baltimore, Philly, New York City, up to Boston. In D.C. today, it's going to feel like 113. Wow. That is some hot weather out there. And you notice as you look in the eastern half of the country, we've got heat advisories and the extreme heat warnings in the pink. That goes all the way down to here in Nashville, where today we're going to feel like 107. Paducah feeling like 111. In Louisville, 109. It's steamy in a lot of spots. Now, as we look ahead towards the weekend, we have got a heat wave for the holiday weekend in a lot of spots. Jackson, Mississippi, feeling like the triple digits, not only Saturday, but Sunday and Monday. Savannah, Georgia, same idea. Raleigh, you're going to feel like 111 by Saturday. Nashville, 107. Now, the good news is, as we go towards Chicago, Boston, New York City, by Sunday, you're getting a little break in the heat. And by Monday, you're feeling much better, especially up in Boston. And your 4th of July forecast will feature severe storms in the mid-Atlantic, showers and storms in the southeast, and it will be warm and dry the west coast. But I will tell you, in Nashville here, guys, we hit 100 yesterday, and it's going to be hot again today. Back to you.
So hard to see those over 100 numbers. Oh, well, from the record heat to the record holiday travel over the weekend, expected to be busy in the skies and on the roads. Victor Okendo joins us now with the latest. Hi, Victor.
Hey, Tara, it is definitely expected to be another busy day in the skies. The FAA is projecting more than 51,000 flights. That is about 7,000 more than an average day. The America 250 celebrations will have an impact on air travel over the weekend. Military flyovers will cause intermittent closure of airspace from Washington to Boston. In fact, Reagan National Airport outside D.C. will be closed all day on the 4th. Several airlines, including Delta, JetBlue, United, and American have issued travel waivers allowing passengers to change their flights without additional fees. The heat will also cause disruptions. Delta issuing a heat travel alert for passengers using LaGuardia Airport. If you're riding the rails, Amtrak reporting numerous cancellations and some trains operating at reduced speeds because of the heat. Most travelers will be driving over the holiday and roads will be packed. The worst time to drive today is between noon and 7 p.m., so head out before 11 this morning to avoid fellow drivers. And as far as gas, the national average stands at $3.83 a gallon.